Good morning. It is Friday, December 4th, and it is time for math. And there's our friend Carlos waiting for us so that we can come along for his lesson on math today. We're on lesson 5-3. So we'll be on page 261 if you look at the bottom of your page. And there's Carlos. Today it looks like he's meeting us on the playground. You'll remember from yesterday that we built upon what we had started on our new unit. We learned to classify objects. That means to decide how we're going to sort. Then we learned how to put them in categories once we decide how we're going to classify them. Today we're going to be using numbers to compare those categories. And we've already done that a little bit. We did it yesterday when I was asking you which one had more than, or greater than or less than. All right, so that's essentially all we're going to be doing today. We're going to be looking at our categories and counting very quickly and writing a number. So you'll notice that he's on the playground and he's thinking, how am I going to classify all the things that I see on the playground today? So he decides, if you'll look at his pictures right here, he's telling you what he's thinking. He said he's going to classify a group that have wheels and those with no wheels. So wheel, no wheel. So he first wants us to count the objects on the playground that have wheels. So let's start over here. First thing we'll see is a bicycle, and of course it has wheels. So we're going to go down and count and see how many have wheels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we see a total of 6 wheels. I'm going to have you write the number there. They're not asking you to do that. They will in a minute, but go ahead and do that because we've done that so many times. All right, now we're going to go back, and we know we've already counted all of them because, look, they're X'd out. So I know I don't need to count them again. We're going to go back and count the objects that do not have a wheel. All right, so we're going to start up here. Swings don't have wheels, so we're going to count down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to write a 7 right there. So we had 6 items that had wheels and 7 that do not. So here are our 2 categories. The first category is with a wheel. Second category, without. All right, then you're going to flip over. And Carlos is just telling you what he's thinking about up at the top. There's a group of animals that looks like, and he has decided, it looks like there's some stuffed teddy bears in amongst those animals, that the way that he is going to categorize is by teddy bear, not a teddy bear. So he counts his teddy bears, he makes tally marks, he comes up with 6 teddy bears and 9 that are not teddy bears. So he has 6 teddy bears and 9 that are not teddy bears. So if we are trying to decide which group's greater, we know that 9 is greater. How do we know that? We've worked on a number line, and we know as you move left to right, the numbers get larger, and that 9 comes after 6 on our number line. So we know that 9 is the greater number. So we're going to leave our number line up there so we can look at those today. All right, we're going down to number 1. Get your pencils ready. Look and see if you can tell me how we're going to classify our crayons. Right. Blue, not blue. So we've got 2 categories here. So let's count the blue ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to quickly write number 4. We're going to go over and count the ones that are not blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And quickly write 7. All right. They are asking us in number 1. You're going to draw a circle around the group that is less than. So we're going to find 4 and 7 on the number line. Which is less than? 4 comes before 7, so we know it's less than. So we are going to circle the blue, the category that is less than. Okay? All right. Now we're moving on to number 2. These are blocks that you might play with. The 2 categories that we have are blocks with letter A on them and blocks without letter A. So let's count the ones with A very quickly. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to write the number 3. All right, now we're going to count the ones that do not have a letter on them, working across our rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to right number 6. We're going to draw a circle around the category that is greater. So we're coming over here and looking at this picture. So did we have more that had letters or more that did not? Which group is greater? Right, the ones without letters. How do we know that? We can come back up here to our number line, and we know 6 comes after 3. It's greater. So we're going to circle the one that is greater. All right, now we're going down to number 3. And they have sorted a stack of books into 2 groups, those that are open and those that are not open. So we're going to count the ones that are open first and write the number. 1, 2, 3. We're going to write the number 3 very quickly before we forget the number. Now we're going to count all the ones that are closed because they're not open. So we're going to count the ones that are not open, working across from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to write the number 7 right there. All right, now we're going over here and looking at our 2 categories. Books open, books not open. You see that? The book's open, it's not open. So they want us to circle the category that is less than. So did we have less books that were open or closed? Open. Which group was less than? So we go back to 3 and 7. Which number is less than 3? We look and we find which category that was in. It was books open. So they want us to draw a circle around the group that was less than. So we're going to draw a circle there. All right, now we're going to flip over. You're going to see some sports items, lots of types of balls that we might play with in sports. So we've got 2 categories. Do you may know what kind of ball that is? That's kind of yellowish green. Tennis ball, right? So we've got basketball, tennis balls, volleyballs, and baseballs. So they decide that the categories are going to be tennis ball, not tennis ball. So the first thing we're going to do is count the tennis balls. So we're going to go across our rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and write the number very quickly, 5. Then we're going to go over and count the ones that are not a tennis ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, we're going to draw, it almost looks like an S to make 8. We're going to close it up. All right, now we're going to come over here and look at the categories. It was tennis balls, not tennis balls. And they want us to draw a circle around the group that is greater than. So do we have more tennis balls or not tennis balls? So we've got 8 under the one with the tennis ball marked out. So find 5 and 8 on the number line. 8 comes after 5. That's the number that's greater than. So you're going to circle the category with the tennis ball marked out. Do you see that? All right, now we're looking at pencils. We've got all different colors, but we've decided that we're going to count and categorize them by green pencils, not green pencils. So let's count all the green pencils working left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Write the number quickly. 6. All right, now we're going to count all the ones that are not green, working left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure you keep your place. It's hard to see all of them in there. All right, so now they want us to look and compare those 2 groups. So we've got them categorized in between green and not green. And so now what we're going to do is draw a circle around the group that's greater than. So we're going to come over here. We have 10 that are not green, so we're going to circle those, okay? Now we're coming down to a fish tank. So let's look and see how they divided the fish tank. So some of the fish have spots, and these do not. If you look, you have to look really close to see those spots on those little green fish. So let's count over here, 1, 2, 3, and then let's count over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's write the number for how many we have that are not spotted. We have 5. All right, this is what they want you to do. They want you to draw enough fish that we have equal amounts of fish in each fish tank. So they want you to have as many spotted as non-spotted. So let's go find number 3, and here's number 5. Let's see how many jumps we have to make to get from number 3 to 5. 1, 2. We had to jump 2 times. 1, 2. So we need to draw 2 more fish in this first fish tank. And I'll do my best. You draw yours. And we'll put some little dots on it. And so now let's go back and count now that we've added 2 more in our fish tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know from math, 5 is equal to 5. So do we have the same number in each fish tank? Yep. We have the same number that are spotted and those that are not spotted. Great job on your math. Do your math homework. Do your math for section 5.3 tonight for homework practice, and you'll revisit what we did today in math. And I will look forward to seeing you on Monday.